Hi everyone, Anonymous back with another chapter review of The Black Cat in the Witch's Classroom by Kaneda Yousuke. Gesundheit. Today we'll be recapping and discussing Chapter 2 of this new series by him. Again, this is a bi-weekly, as in once every other week series. We're still in the intro parts, so the chapters are a little bit longer than they will be as we get going. The first chapter was, as mentioned in the previous video, over 75 pages long, or 74 pages long, excuse me. This one clocks in north of 40. My guess is by chapter 5, 6, 7, and 8, we'll get down to the standard 25 to 30 pages that is common in these manga type these manga type series. So we open this chapter 2, with Spica, our heroine, having a dream about Claude in his human form. Claude's obviously the attractive male with the witch hat right at the top page. He's asking her to kiss him. She doesn't get to kiss him in his dream mode, but real life Claude really would like him to kiss her in cat form and on the butt, because he would like to be human for a while. So much like any sane person, Spica declines, and then the training issue begins. You got to have this whole issue has the background playing of "You're the best around," while we grind level 2 boars in Elwyn Forest. No, but really, this issue is very important for determining the kind of magic and how the structure of the series will be. One of the big problems with Harry Potter is really it's just kind of whatever magic. There's no control, no real limitations in terms of what the magical universe and limits are to each individual's power, except for what basically J.K. Rowling and any other author that writes in that series thinks about them. In this series, as this page alludes to, there's very specific magical tributes. So, Spica Virgo being her last name, is very highly attuned to plant magic, which we'll learn about more. Uh, Aqua Aquarius is able to control water, hence the water heart at the beginning of issue 1. Uh, this is a big magical data dump. Again, this is a huge problem when you're reading Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and they don't explain the magical systems, and there's few, if any, hard and fast rules, and the author creates them on the fly. Uh, Again, if you read like something like Brandon Sanderson, excuse me, he's very notorious for making a very detailed magic system, and it's almost the opposite problem that the Harry Potter Lord of the Rings dichotomy has, which is it becomes this like just basically math equation for who has stronger magic. uh, you know Something like this where you're given some restrictions, it usually tends to be a happy medium because it allows some flexibility. Okay, she's into plant magic, or she can use plant magic. Well, there's plants can make up anything, so that's a big wide range that she's allowed to do. Same with Aquarius, water magic. Water's in pretty much every living thing. At some point, in some levels. So, does that mean she can control humans? Puppet stuff like that. It allows for both evil and good to happen within their specific focuses or tributes in this sense, without really detracting from the structure of the story, and still working within the limitations. So again, she won't be able to fly, which is sad because she really did want to fly based on issue 1, but it also makes sense. We also learn that she's able to do rebirth magic. Well, that was from last issue with the crazy book, and that's not specifically a Virgo related thing, so that's kind of put into the back burner, but maybe some foreshadowing for later. So with the magical school she wants to attend, Diana, with the entrance exam 6 months away, she needs to start training. So Claude has her working on the family farm to start doing basic tasks. Unfortunately, she seems to lack some control at the beginning and ends up in this weird bondage situation that might be more appropriate for a hentai. Uh, it's so again, we're gonna do some basic farming. Her goal is to not actually break any of these oranges or apples, and then go from there. Again, training montage, training montage, training montage, training montage. Boom. Look at that. She's going to be in a fantastic farmer. Oh wait, she wants to be a sorceress. Again, some light humor. The humor comes through better when you're reading it, not so much when you're reviewing it. But now the 6 month period of time is over, and the chapter scene shifts. Arya, Speech's frenemy, antagonist, is both making fun of her and telling her it's kind of impressive. Well, it's that she is able to learn magic at all, considering she thought she was worthless. Uh, I think Arya wishes she could continue to convince Spica to jump off cliffs for her enjoyment. That was probably high entertainment for in this world. They're both in town and they're about to take the entrance exam. And on their way to the set entrance exam, with the other classmates, the wagon gets attacked by this giant rock golem. Spica assumes it's the same nameless group that attacked her in the library in chapter one, which in universe was 6 months ago, but she's not entirely sure. That's very important here because again, we're flying through kind of the growth period to get her to the school. So Arya isn't aware of her past experience with the heretics, so and you could see from this page the rock golem is no joke, immediately taking down the wagon and everyone running away. Only really Arya is using her magic, again water based because she's an Aquarius, to try to kill the rock golem. Uh, you know, again, being a golem, its heart needs to be destroyed fully heart in Hebrew needs to be destroyed fully uh, to be fully disabled. So Spica knows that because she read all those books in chapter one. And it turns out that month-long reading did matter. Uh, but now she's here. She saves Arya with some magical vines. It turns out growing food is really good. And we end the chapter with her stepping up to the plate and going to try her best. It's a pretty meaty chapter with two huge data dumps about magic, and also the vine magic seems pretty cool. Again, I'll leave it to your imagination on what could actually happen with that. So hopefully, the more we'll get more in the next few issues of the fight versus the Golem. Arya looks pretty impressive in terms of just raw magical power. Again, we don't have a real scale, but that's fine. But we'll find out more in the next chapter. But if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Put your thoughts in the chapter below. I'm always interested to hear other fans of the manga I'm reading, and I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.